Thank you po sa pag-direct sa amin.
Direct, level up ang beshi ko.
Hindi na nga ako tumayo dito.
DepEd Vision. We dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building the nation. As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education continuously improves itself to better serve its stakeholders. DepEd mission to protect and promote the right of every Filipino to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education where students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment. Teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner. Administrators and staff as stewards of the institution ensure an enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen. Family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibility for developing lifelong learners. DepEd core values, maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Smile and shine. It's time to listen attentively, watch carefully, and learn wholeheartedly. Good day to all 21st century learners. How are you today? Brace yourself because soon you will be the face of tourism industry. I'm Tutor Grace of SDO Santiago City. How are you today, Tutor Teresa?
A pleasant afternoon, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. I'm Tutor Teresa of SDO Cavite Province, and we will be your virtual guide in learning front office services for grade 9. I know you cannot wait, so please get your pen and your self-learning module and your paper. And sama-sama po tayong matuto sa hapong ito sa front office services for grade 9. Kumusta, Tutor Grace?
Mabuting mabuti, Tutor Teresa, and this month is also my birth month, kaya happy ang Tutor Grace nyo. Okay, so let us begin. Hotel guests notice our manners and services. That's why providing accommodation and reception services in a hotel or any accommodation business is very important role. So for this second quarter, our whole lesson will focus on providing accommodation and reception services. And for today, my dear cuties, our topic for week 3 will be organized guest departure. So, hotel guest checkout and account settlement can be an efficient process when the front office staff is well prepared and organized. Right, Tutor Teresa?
Exactly, Tutor Grace. And of course, before we start our lesson this afternoon or our session for this afternoon, let's identify the objectives for this afternoon session. So our objectives are the following. Number one, discuss the general steps to maintain guest information directory. And number two, explain the guest departure or the checkout procedure.
Thank you, Tutor Teresa. And now, let us look back what we have learned in the previous session. Last week, Tutor Teresa and I discussed the registration key terms, and also we explained the check-in procedure and escorting a guest. So, let us have the first activity for our review. Direction: fill in the missing letter to complete the words below. Number one, it facilitates the registration process in an automated hotel. So, Chutis, what do you think is the answer? Comment po tayo sa comment section. And the
That is
answer is yes, registration
registration
record.
record.
And you are correct.
Okay, for number two, it involves identifying and allocating an available room in a specific room category to a guest. So, what is this term, our dear Tuti? So, please comment your answer to this guest registration term. And before we proceed on the correct answer, shout out muna tayo sa lahat ng ating mga viewers, online viewers, and sa lahat po na nanonood ng ETUlay sa lahat ng subjects. Thank you for being with us every day, especially because it's Friday, it's TLE day.
Day. You're
Okay, so
correct, Tutor Teresa. And shout out din po sa mga taga Sinsayan National High School, and of course to my school head, Ma'am Elsie. Hello, happy watching. And of course, the answer is
room
tama.
assignment.
You're correct. Okay, so
Okay.
let us proceed to our topic for today. So, when a guest arrived at the hotel, the registration process begins with the display of hospitality toward the guest after the reception has welcomed or greeted the guest. So, the next step is to complete the registration card, obtain the guest signature, and register the guest. And if the guest needs luggage or baggage assistant, bellboy is someone to carry them from lobby to guest bedroom. And of course, to continue our lesson, let us discuss the general step to maintain the guest information directory. The first is be familiar with guest information directory of your property. So, as a front desk officer, my dear cuties, kailangan familiar tayo sa information directory ng ating mga guests. How
Yes.
about the other step, Tutor Teresa?
Okay, so we have here step number two, or from the general steps to maintain the guest information directory. So baka maligaw yung ating mga dear cuties, no? So hindi lamang sa pag-process ng registration or ng check-in, kundi meron din tayong tinatawag na guest information directory that we need to update and complete. So we have to make sure that your guest folders in the hotel are always up to date. Check whether your guest directories contain all important information. Kailangan updated din ang mga contact numbers. Ano nga ba itong guest directories? So guest directories refers to an information folder or a room folder. Makikita po natin yan sa bawat room sa hotel that is displayed in the hotel room, sabi ko nga earlier, and informs the guest about the hotel, its offerings, and its surroundings. So nowadays, almost every hotel has a guest directory and they come in all kinds of variations. May mga brochures, may mga flyers, with, as what I've said earlier, an updated contact number of not only the restaurant of the hotel, but of course the restaurants nearby and some tourism attractions. So mahalaga po ang ating mga guest information directory dahil tinitignan din po ito ng ating mga naka-in-house guest. Okay, Chatter Grace?
Yes, you're exactly correct, Tutor Teresa. And of course, the directory should include the following. First, special event, restaurant, arts and cultural attraction, katulad ng sinabi ni Tutor Teresa, theaters, nightclubs, malls, and lodges. So those are the following should include the guest directory.
Moving on, ito pa po, no, dapat nakalagay sa ating guest directories ang mga recreation and hobby activities or sport facilities, mga gyms, transportation, medical services, personal services, even churches na pinakamalapit, and hospitals, yung mga contact numbers in case of
Yes.
emergencies. Yan po.
Tutor Teresa, for instance, may couple na gustong magpa-reserve or magpa-book sa isang hotel na malapit sa simbahan. Kasi dun sa simbahan na yon, dun sila ikakasal. Para pag pumunta sila sa reception,
Isa,
is malapit lang, 'di ba? Bawal ang malate sa kasal.
malate.
Kaya yon, kailangan malapit lang yung simbahan sa hotel. So, yun yung kadalasan na ini-inquire ng mga guests sa mga hotel, sa front office staff. Okay.
Opo. Sometimes kung ilang kilometers away from these facilities na po, kung ilang
Yes.
minutes it will take for them to go to these facilities from the hotel or the point of origin, nakalagay din po sa kanilang directory.
Yes.
Ayun.
And of course, make sure the directory includes the following information: name and location, direction of the property, telephone number, and hours of operation. So, kailangan ito yung mga naka-include sa ating guest directory.
Mhm. So shout out muna tayo sa mga students ng Ternate West National High School and to our supportive teachers, Ma'am Ellen De Los Reyes and Ma'am Janine Arevalo. Okay, moving on. So, nandun pa rin tayo sa mga informations included in the hotel directory. Nakalagay yung mga type of establishment or types of establishments, dress code, halimbawa magsi-swimming doon sa hotel, may mga appropriate dress code din po. If reservations are needed, name of owner, contact number ng hotel, nakalagay po doon. Okay, so
Yes,
moving on.
exactly. So now we will learn about the guest departure or checkout procedure. So cuties, handa na ba kayo na malaman ano nga ba yung mga checkout procedure? So the objective of the checkout process is to process the guest request for settlement of his or her account as quickly and efficiently as possible. The first one is guest request checkout. So si guest, syempre, magre-request siya ngayon sa pag-checkout niya sa front desk. And of course, desk clerk inquires about the guest hotel stay experience. It inquires about the quality of products and services offered by the hotel. Like for instance, ako si front desk officer, dear duties. Tatanungin ko ngayon ang guest, Ma'am Sir, how was your stay? With smiling din syempre. And of course, number 3, checking for safe deposit box in room. So, kapag sinabi po natin na safe deposit box, it is a small box. Tutor Teresa, ang alam ko meron kang sample dyan na safe deposit box. Pwede bang patingin, Tutor Teresa?
Sige, tignan ko. Sana
Ay,
biglaan to, Tutor Grace, ha? in on the spot mo ako. Sana makita sa camera natin. Ito, ipapakita ko. Ay,
Yan.
nawawala ako. Ayan. Ganito
Okay.
po siya. Ito po ay bling-bling ko lang dito sa bahay. Lagayan ng mga anik-anik ko po, no? Pero sa
Oo.
front desk, meron pong mga ganito or mas malaki pa dito na pwedeng ipatago ni guest ang kanyang mga valuables like halimbawa mga jewelries, mamahaling
Yes.
cellphones, even
Mhm.
cash ano, o kaya
Yeah.
mga ATM cards para po baka kasi mawala or ma-misplace nila. So, for
Mm-mm.
safety reasons, ipinapatago nila ito sa front desk and si front desk staff nilalagay ito sa mga safety deposit box po.
Tama, and ito talaga yung napaka-importanteng responsibility ng isang front desk staff na alagaan, bantayan yung safe deposit box kung saan nandun yung mga importanteng or valuable things ng guest. Halimbawa, magsiswimming si guest, ang dami niyang accessories na nakasuot. So pupunta muna
Mm.
siya sa front desk office, dear cuties, and tatanggalin niya yon and then ilalagay niya sa safe deposit box at si front desk, kukunin niya yun, ikikip niya yun sa likod ng front desk office. So, thank you, Tutor Teresa. Ang ganda ng inyong safe deposit box. Ang dami sigurong laman niya na treasure.
Wag di lang ang ka, Tutor Grace. Natutuwa siguro sa atin ang ating mga tuties na. Okay, remember
Yes.
dear tuties na if you are assigned as a front desk staff or a front desk clerk, isa lang naman po ang ibig sabihin ng mga yan basta nasa front desk. Kailangan magkaroon din kayo ng signed or agreement ng inyong guest na nagpatago ng kanyang mga valuable items na ito lamang. Halimbawa, jewelry, ilang piraso, may mga description sometimes kapag checks or certain amount of money, bilangan po kayo para po hindi rin maiwasan po yung mga hassles in the end. No? Maiwasan na mapagbintangan, baka binawasan, o kaya sasabihin may pinatago pero wala. So,
Oo.
tignan niyo po yung mga items na iyon na ilalagay sa ipinapatago nila and then isulat po ninyo, ipa-check sa kanila kapag nag-agree kayo na yun po yung mga items na yun, you let your guest sign the agreement na yun po ay ipinatago at yun lamang po yung mga ipinatago. Yan
Tama,
po.
Tutor Teresa.
Okay, so moving on, the following are the checkout procedures for number 4, posting outstanding charges. So the front office should post all outstanding balances to the guest folio. It is an important task of checkout because once the account is settled, no amount can be added to the guest folio. Ano ba itong guest folio na ito? This refers to the record of charges and payments made by the guest, or it is the statement of all transaction that has taken place in a single account. May mga instances kasi, dear tuties, and for Tutor Grace and to all our viewers na malimbawa kakain sila sa mini restaurant ng hotel and then ipapa-charge nila iyon sa room nila. Itatawag ngayon ni cashier ng restaurant sa front desk na si guest ay nag-incur ng ganitong amount. Ay ilalagay po ni front desk sa guest folio. And then step 5 sa checkout procedure, so merong mga na-incur na charges, you have to verify, ito yung step 5, verifying account information. The front office staff should check or verify guest account information properly before settling the guest account as zero. Why, dear tuties? Ito po. Take note po tayo, any amendment or cancellation cannot be performed once the guest account is settled by the agent during checkout. Halimbawa na determine po ninyo na kulang yung nasingil po ninyo. Like, for example, 50 pesos, kulang ng 50 pesos. Eh, naka-checkout na, nakaalis na.
Oo.
Hindi po pwede na papabalikin natin si guest for 50 pesos, 'di ba? So usually ang nangyayari, nacha-charge yun kay front desk staff kapag halimbawa wala namang pagkukulang sa mga ibang facility ng hotel pero naitawag kay front desk na meron pong additional charges at hindi na ilagay ni front desk staff sa folio ni guest, nacha-charge po iyon. So maging aware po tayo sa mga ganitong bagay. We have to verify all accounts information. And then, wala pong masama. Step number 6, asking about additional charges. Even though na-verify na natin, nakwenta na po natin na may mga incurred charges, outstanding charges, walang masama if itatanong pa rin natin kay guest na, do you have any last minute consumption from other facilities of the hotel like the mini bar or the mini restaurant para po masigurado natin 101% na mababayaran ng mga charges or naka-charge sa kanila. The front office staff should check or inquire about additional recent charges before settling the guest account before checkout. Importante ito, no, Tutor Grace, and to our dear
Yes.
cuties. Kasi
Mm.
pera po yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. Hindi lamang po as a front desk staff ay nandun tayo, ngingiti, magpapa-check-in, magpapa-register, magpapa-check-out. Pero even in the transaction of money, lalo na sa pagbabayad nila, pag-settle ng kanilang mga bills, kailangan yung presence of mind, magaling sa pag-calculate at nagtatanong po tayo kasi baka meron pa ring hindi nai-post sa kanilang mga bills or sa kanilang mga charges, accounts. Kaya, yun po, tanungin natin. Okay?
Yes, tama, Tutor Teresa. And bilang isang front desk officer someday, kailangan maging handa tayo. Ang daming task ng isang front desk officer. At yun ang number 7, Tutor Teresa. Yes, giving the folio to the guest. So, as a front desk officer, you should present the guest folio to the guest after all verification and checking are completed by the assistant. You may ask your client, my dear tutis, okay, ma'am, sir, kindly double check your bill and affix your signature if everything correct. So, dun pa lang, makikita na ni guest at ni front desk officer kung tama ba lahat ng information dun sa bill. Okay? Next is asking method of payment. So, kailangan bilang isang front desk staff, kailangan tanungin natin yung ating mga guests. We can ask question like this. Okay, ma'am, sir, how would you like to settle your account? Through credit card or cash? Yon. And then, pagkatapos nun, natanong mo na siya sa kanyang mode of payment or sa kanyang pagbabayad, ito ba ay credit card or cash, i-process na ngayon natin yung account niya. So, the various method in which the guest can settle the bills are cash, and the front office, take note, should mark the folio as paid. Okay?
Paid.
So, yeah, paid. So, those are the checkout procedure. What else pa ba, Tutor Teresa? Medyo marami to eh.
Oo, marami po ito at ano ko lang, maidagdag ko dun sa sinabi ninyo, huwag kakalimutan na tatakan ng paid. I remember when I was a front desk staff dati, hindi ko po natatakan ng paid. Pero buti na lang kasi nagbayad eh, 'di ba? Or else
Oo.
macha-charge sa akin, eh,
Nacho-charge.
malaki-laki iyon. Pero buti na
Tama.
lamang po, oo. Okay, step number 10, securing the room key. The guest should turn over the room key at the front office before checking out of the hotel. It is also the time when the front desk staff would inform the housekeeping department so they can send a room boy or an attendant para i-check din po yung room kung ito po ba ay nandun pa rin yung nandoon na dinatnan ni guest kasi baka
Yes.
may kulang na nakumot, 'di ba? Sister Grace, may madadagdag po ba kayo dito sa securing the room key? Alam ko
Yes.
meron 'yan,
Kapag
eh.
kapag number 10, securing the room key, I would like to share my experience to you, my dear cuties, at sana maging learning po ito sa
Lesson.
ating mga, maging lesson sa ating mga online viewers, katulad sa parents, sa teacher, kahit sino po na pwedeng maging guest ng hotel. Alam niyo po ba, no, nag-travel abroad ako in China, so ito pa isang incentive ng isang company. So binigay na sa amin yung mga susi card. Nung check-out na, nagmamadali na si Tutor Grace sumakay sa bus kasi nga excited. Ang dami kong experience. Nalimutan ko ngayon ibigay yung aking key sa front desk. So nung nasa Pinas na kami, may tumawag sa akin dun sa taga-company. Ma'am, hello, ma'am, nalimutan mo daw po ibigay yung key. So, na-charge dun sa company. So, yun po, lesson learned, kailangan ibigay natin yung susi sa front desk office pag po tayo ay mag-check out. Huwag kalimutan.
Opo, huwag kakalimutan.
Okay.
Okay. For
What
number
else, Tutor
11,
Teresa?
Number 11, updating the room status. So after completion of the checkout procedure of the guest, the front office staff should update the room status from occupied to vacant status on the system. This will help the housekeeping department for cleaning the room as soon as possible. May lesson po na ano po yung status ng mga rooms, kung ito po ba ay vacant and ready, vacant dirty, o kaya vacant not available, mga ganon po. So, tayo po yung mag-a-update niyan. Kung vacant dirty, of course, pupuntahan iyan ni room attendant para i-prepare for the next arrival guest. And kapag naman ready na yung room, pwede na siyang ibigay for the next guest na gagamit. Naka-indicate po dun, vacant, ready. Sa ating computerized system, malalaman po iyon. Katuwang natin ang housekeeping department sa
Yes.
pag-update ng mga rooms natin. Pero as
Tama.
a front desk staff, kapag pagka-check out ni guest, inform na natin si housekeeping para at i-update na rin natin yung room status. And then step number 12, desk clerk or the front desk clerk inquires about additional reservation. It is the time wherein the front desk staff would inquire about the guest stay and experience. So after the checkout of the guest, the front office staff should call or send a mail to the guest regarding his or her stay in the hotel. Ito po yung procedure kung saan ini-ensure natin o ni front desk staff at ng hotel na maayos po yung pag-stay nila. Binibigyan po nila tayo ng mga feedbacks. Si guest nagbibigay ng feedbacks kay hotel sa experience po niya sa hotel in general. And this is also the time wherein nagtatanong po si guest kung baka gusto niya pong mag-book ulit for future pagbalik po niya, reservations, kung may mga future events po siya na gusto niyang i-book ulit para doon po siya mag-stay sa hotel natin. Ito po yun, makakapag-reserve na rin po. So, tinatanong po ni front desk staff si guest. Ayun. Tutor Grace?
Yes, at tama yung mga sinabi ni Tutor Teresa, kaya tutis, wag nating kakalimutan yon. And step 13, bid the guest farewell. So as a front desk officer someday, tutis, kailangan natin magpasalamat sa ating mga guests. So
Mm.
halimbawa, thank you ma'am, sir. See you again on your next visit. Yes, kailangan malambing ka rin. And of course, report to the chef officer any negative comments from the guest concerning his or her stay. So kailangan nga ang isang front desk staff should request the guest to complete a guest satisfaction survey para dun pa lang malaman mo na yung mga positive or any negative comment ng isang guest. And of course, number 15, process future reservation or alert reservation clerk to this request. Siyempre, di ba, mag-check out si guest. Ngayon, tatanungin ni front office staff na kung meron pa ba siyang or if they decide to have additional reservation in the future. So ngayon, kung meron, ipaprocess na ngayon ni front desk officer para ma-reserve yung araw at kung kailan sila magpapa-reserve ulit. Tama, Tutor Teresa?
Yes, Tutor Grace. So moving on, let's have the step number 16 in the checkout procedure. It is where the desk clerk or front desk clerk files related documents for night audit. Halimbawa, tayo ay na-assigned in the morning shift or opening shift kung tawagin. O kaya naman afternoon shift o kaya night shift. Ano man yung shift natin or schedule ng duty natin as a front desk staff or as an employee of the hotel, especially in the front desk department, kailangan po nating maipost ang lahat ng mga financial statements. That is for night audit. Minsanan lang po kasi sa isang araw yung ginagawang pag-night auditing ng lahat ng mga ayan, nagbayad. So, para sa income statement din ng hotel or na sa especially sa front desk area, front desk department. So, kailangan yung mga records ng mga nagbayad, kung ilan po yung endorsements natin ng accounts, magawa po natin, ma-file po natin ng maayos. Ito po yun. We have to file related documents for night audit. And then, step number 17, we have as a front desk clerk, we have to communicate guest departure to housekeeping and other departments in hotel if necessary. Katulad ng sinabi ko rin kanina, no, halimbawa, naka-check out na si guest, inform natin si housekeeping department na itong room na ito is nakapag-check out na, so it's vacant and dahil nagamit siya, it's dirty, para maasikaso. O kaya halimbawa, merong complaint si guest like kumukurap-kurap yung ilaw, yan po yung mga usual. Ma-inform po para maayos nila para sa susunod na guest na gagamit ng room ay ready na siya. Ayun po.
Tama, Tutor Teresa. And shout out to our co-tutors from SDO Caloocan, Sir Rainier. Hello, happy watching. And also to Ma'am Jana. Good afternoon po. So, ayun. So, all right. So, those are the hotel checkout procedure that front office staff must know. I hope, and we hope rather, that through this session, you learn about the general step to maintain guest information directory and hotel checkout procedure. So, moving on, let us proceed to the self check. Okay, direction. You're going to evaluate yourself by completing the self check. After each item, place an X in the box that best describes your accomplishment. If a performance element was not applicable or impossible to accomplish, place an X in the box. Is it clear, Tutor Teresa?
Yes, clear. Tutor Grace, para sa ating mga learners, sana malinaw din po ito. Paano ba yung gagawin nila? Dahil wala naman tayong box na may papakita. But they have this in their self-learning modules na po.
Yes.
But for the purpose of online tutorial, ito po yung mga level of performances, not applicable, impossible to accomplish, partially fulfilled, or fully fulfilled. Not applicable, hindi kayang gawin, no? O parang
Mm-mm.
hindi related, ganyan. Impossible to
Yes.
accomplish, para sa kanila, hindi nila kayang gawin. Partially fulfilled, ito yung kaya na, pero meron pa silang magagawa to improve. And
Yes.
fully fulfilled, ready na sila. So, are you
Or
ready, dear cuties?
yes, and to check their skills in preparing for guest departure, did you address all guest requests during stay according to property standard? Not applicable ba? Impossible? Partially fulfilled or fully fulfilled?
Sa atin, Tutor Grace, ano kaya tayo dito? Dahil tayo ay
Siyempre,
mga tutors, of course,
yes. And dati tayong front desk staff at na-experience natin yon. Saan ba tayo dito? Ano ba yung level ng performance natin?
dapat nandito tayo sa fully fulfilled na po.
Yeah,
We can address or we have addressed all guest requests during in-stay according to property standards. Pero sa ating mga dear cuties, kung partially fulfilled po ang sagot niyo sa section na ito, huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi naman lahat makukuha sa isahang upuan or isahang
yes.
practice, 'di ba? To master
Practice.
a skill, we need to have a constant practice. So practice makes
Yes.
perfect, as they say. Okay
Right.
po. So ito po,
Next.
performance number 2, did you maintain information directory or guest? Is it for you, dear cuties, not applicable or impossible to accomplish, partially fulfilled, or full fulfilled? Dito po ito sa facilitating guest checkout, no po.
Yes. Check out
Naintindihan
procedure.
po namin if not applicable para sa inyo dahil wala pa naman po kayo sa real hotel scenario, front desk scenario. Pero sa pag-facilitate ng mga bagay-bagay na ito like information directory, sana po kahit papaano nasa partially fulfilled po tayo. Ano po?
Yes. At sa
Mm,
mga nagnanais talaga na tuties natin, Tutor Teresa, pwede nila 'tong i-roleplay sa bahay nila with their home learning
exactly.
facilitator, yung mga nakakatanda nilang kapatid. Pwede nila pagpasok pa lang ng pinto, i-entertain na nila 'yan. Hanggang pagpasok ng bedroom o kunyari naging hotel na yung bahay, o 'di ba bongga?
'Di ba? Kahit papaano
Okay.
maramdaman din nila na, oh, parang may ibang ambience yung
Oo.
bahay at hindi nakaka-stress, ano?
Yes, mag-roleplay
Ayan,
sila. Magandang banding 'yon para sa mga nagnanais na maging future front desk officer someday. Okay,
mm.
so third, performance. Did you responded promptly to increase to guest satisfaction? Not applicable, impossible, or partially fulfilled, or fully fulfilled. Okay, so what else, Tutor Teresa?
Okay, performance number 4, did you follow the standards of guest checkout procedures? Yung diniscuss po namin na marami ni Tutor Grace kanina. So, is this not applicable, impossible to accomplish, partially fulfilled, or fully fulfilled?
Yes. And of course, dahil dyan sa self-check, dadako na tayo ngayon sa actual demonstration. Ano nga ba ang direction, Tutor Teresa?
Okay, so at this point, let us assess your performance in showing your skills for departure. Ito po yung lesson natin. So this is an overall evaluation of facilitating guest departure and checkout. So it's a call for an actual demonstration as what I've said earlier. Kaya dahil wala po munang face-to-face sa ibang mga areas ng bansa, you may ask your home learning facilitator, probably your guardians or parents or elders, siblings, sa mga lugar naman na may face-to-face na. O kapag magpi-face-to-face, ito po isa sa mga ipapagawa sa inyo ni teacher wherein you will assess your performance in the following critical tasks and performance criteria. Ito po yung mga yon. So, yung teacher, ang magi-grade po sa inyo, 4 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. Identify po natin ano ba yung level achieved po natin sa mga performances natin. And if our performance level is Tutor Grace,
Yes, and for the performance level, can perform these skills without supervision and with initiative and adaptability to problem situation. Ibig sabihin, sa level achieve, ikaw ba ay ready na para sa pagiging front desk officer para mai-process ang checkout procedure. At dahil dyan, makaka-receive ka ngayon ng smart badges. Okay, so avatar namin yan ni Tutor Teresa. So, ikaw ay smart, ready ka na para maging isang front desk officer someday.
And I hope ngayon pa lang nire-ready niyo na yung mga sarili po ninyo 'no. Pagkatapos ng pandemic lahat ng tao, kung hindi po ako
Magbo-boom.
magkakamali, gusto
Yes.
nila lumabas ng lulungga. Gusto po nilang
Yes.
mag-travel, pumunta sa
Yeah.
kanilang mga dream destinations at
Yes,
sa mga
exactly.
at sa mga dream destinations na iyan, maghahanap sila ng pag-stayhan.
Kaya
Kung sa
for sure, ang tourism industry talaga si Tutor Teresa ay magbo-boom. Para siyang, alam mo yon, dadagsain siya ng mga tao ang mga hotel. Katulad natin, gusto na nating
Apo.
mag-hotel, o, diba? And experience those, I know. Okay, so moving on.
Okay, so we hope our dear tutees can perform the skill in facilitating checkout without supervision and with initiative and adaptability. Okay, dito naman, if your level falls on this one, can perform this skill satisfactorily without assistance or supervision. Okay, wag magalala. You've got this. So, pwede na.
Yes. Pero may
Pwede
magagawa
na.
pa.
Mm.
Yes.
Practice pa. Marami pang pwedeng gawin at marami pang oras para ma-polish yung skills.
Yeah. Dito kasi sa pagiging front desk officer, number one, yung skills mo talaga. Okay, can
Exactly.
perform this skill satisfactorily but requires some assistant or supervision. Katulad ng sinabi ng aking partner na si Tutor Teresa, kailangan nating mag-practice para mapaghusayan pa natin yung mga skills na kailangan ng isang front desk officer. Ayan.
Exactly, Tutor Grace. So, wag mag-aksaya ng oras. Ano po? When the time of performance arrive, the time for preparation ends. So, ngayon is the time para mag-prepare, so mag-practice.
Tama. Yes.
Mm. Okay, ito naman. If you can perform parts of this skill satisfactorily but requires considerable assistance and or supervision, ito si Tutor Grace nagtatanong, how is it going? Pwede nyo kaming i-PM.
True.
Pwede nyo kami i-message.
At ang
Oo.
at ang aking magiging sagot, sipagan pa. Oh, 'di ba?
Oo nga,
Ayan.
nakakatuwa Tutor Grace. Sipagan pa. Oo.
Talaga na-emphasize yung word. Sipagan pa natin para sa ating future na work na ninanais. Ang ganda-ganda kayo maging front desk officer. Laging
Mm-mm.
nakaayos, naka-smile. Okay, sige. So, what else, Tutor Teresa? Ang alam ko, tapos na ang ating lesson and I hope. Okay, so what have you learned from this session? We hope that you learned the general step to maintain guest information directory and hotel checkout procedure. Right, Tutor Teresa?
Yes, Tutor Grace, and let us be reminded that as a front desk staff or a front desk officer, you should process guest accounts clearly, cautiously, and accurately. Bawal po doon yung
Right.
inaantok. No ho?
Dapat live
Mm.
alert.
Mm-mm.
And of course, always remember, limitless is our potential, magnificent is our future by Gordon B. Hinckley.
I
Again,
really love this quote.
me to Tutor Teresa. What else, Tutor Teresa?
Okay, so please join us again for another fun-filled and exciting learning session in front office services in the second quarter next week and up to the fourth quarter. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our videos in TLE front office services. If you missed our live session today, you can still catch us in the Facebook page of DepEd EdTech Unit. This is Tutor Teresa of SDO Cavite Province.
And this is Tutor Grace, your loving and sweet tutor, saying, do things today that will make your future self thankful and proud of you. Bye!
Bye. Have a great weekend.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!